All right. Everybody listen up a second, please. First of all, this is just amazing. This is the greatest day of my life, and you guys are the best. I mean, I got friends and family that, I talk to people in California and my doctors, and they don't even believe what kind of people we have. The friends I got, it's just a miracle. It's just a miracle. We got guys that from all over the country that showed me more love, and it's just unreal. I mean, these guys here, Mark Matei there from Michigan, he's been unbelievable. Been a friend of mine for 20 years, and his family is like a family to me. His wife Kristen, I mean, and their kids, his father. I mean, I'm part of their family. And then Ken Schlecht, who hired me and has been there for me through everything. And John Callahan, one of the best guys I ever met in my life. He's got me into my business, in the paint business, where I became what I am today. And without these guys, I wouldn't be here. And Steve Mailer, I mean, I can't even talk about Steve Mailer. I mean,
Most
he is
people can't.
the best
DOR, baby.
thing that happened to me. He is known as me as Bohr, the voice of reason, and he has had many phone calls from me over these last few years, and he's always been there and never not picked that phone up at sometimes 2 in the morning, sometimes whatever, but he's always been there. And these are the guys from out of state. And then now we're going to get into the real crunchers here. You know what I'm saying? And these guys here have been 50 years of friends here. And man, these guys are just, salt of the earth. I mean, the town of Oak Valley there, and grew up with these guys since I was 5 years old, and played baseball with them, and went to school, and look at them right here today, and they do anything in the world for me, and it's just unmatched what I got. I just can't even believe that I've got this people, and it's just so good. And then this table, I got my family, and that's my sister, and she's been my heart for many, many years. My nephew there, he's been an ace. He's been with me through thick and thin, and he's been there through, we were there for some thin. It was pretty thin there for a while, but we were there, and you know what? We survived it, didn't we? And he came. He's very, very successful. And next tattoo you get his cicatrices over there, and that'll be a free commercial for my nephew. He's one of the best in the business at it. So, but he's just not just he's a friend, but he's just a great man, and he's a great father, husband, and he's just unbelievable. Tom Shaw and Mike Mariletti over there, what you said. Mike Mariletti has been my rock in California. I mean, he has been out there so many times, and he has been there. M&M Travel, if you need any tickets, you need to go anywhere, and he's the guy to call. Now, he's not going to get you directly there. He will get you there. There's no doubt about it. He'll get you there. You might need a passport, but he's going to find a way to get you to your place. He's one of the greatest guys you've ever seen, and Mike, I love you to death. Tom Shaw, we had our radio show. My dream and was to be a broadcaster and do a radio show, and we got to do it. And we had 16 listeners and 10 were family, but it was a lot of fun. And Tom took it to the next level, and we got us involved with the sports teams. I even people that know me, I even covered the Eagles. You know, I would smile when I go in that locker room when they lost. You know, and go in there and try to get as many interviews as I could get. You know, and but we did the Phillies, the Flyers, the hockey team, and we did them. And but it would be, you know, it was a great show. And I remember the first show we did was on the 4th of July, and I think it was 1995, and we did the show, and my dad and let's get a group of hands and people know who are. One of the legends, my dad, you know. And I go home and I said, "How'd you like the show, Dad?" And he says, "You know, it sounded pretty good. You only said 56 times." So I said, "Okay, Dad, we'll work on that, you know." So, but we had a good show, and I got a chance to interview Brett Favre, and I took Steve, and we went to Chicago, and you got a picture with Ron Sano. We're on the field. Kenny, one of the greatest days. We were at Lambeau Field on the field, and Kenny was out on the field shivering, and the whole entire fans were calling him a butt together. he was cold at the game, you know what I mean?
I was Hey Blondie.
Yeah, they were busting on him out there, pretty big fans.
That was my name.
But it was Steve and I had, it was funny, I was at the Wrigley Field, we're in the press box, and we used to do these shows, and John knew all about these shows. And this guy used to sell fake Rolexes. So I had my Rolex on. It was a Rolex. So I'm up there in the box in Wrigley Field there, you know, and I'm with Steve, and the PR guy comes by and says, "How you doing?" I said to him, "How you doing?" He goes, "Not as good as you." I said, "What do you mean?" "I like that watch." So it was a presidential Rolex, and he kept walking by. He's like, "Man, I like that watch." So I'm thinking, man, maybe work something out, you know. I said, "What do you wear?" He said, "I just got a tag, you know." I'm like, that piece of junk, you know. So mine was $45, you know, and he's like, "Man, I'd like to have that watch," and I said, "I can't do it, you know." I almost sold the watch to him, but I didn't do it, you know. But I'm holding this speech for two guys here. Two guys. One right there, and one right there. Phil McGee and Gary Minogue. It's unbelievable there. This guy here, we were just sitting there talking about it. We were 12 years old, maybe 10 years old, and the Big Five was a big thing in the basketball, college basketball. And me and Gary there would go up in his room. He lived a couple doors away from me. Now he was 1 year older than me, and he was a good athlete, so he was like my idol. Because he was that 1 year of difference is a big difference when you're young. You know what I mean? And he was a great player. Played basketball, football, baseball, and was good at all of them. You know what I mean? And he's a great sports guy. You know, we had so much in common. I don't think in 50 years, Gary and I ever had a crossword ever. No, it was just perfect. You know, and we would turn the sound down to the Big Five games, and we would broadcast him up in his room. And he is one of my best friends ever in my life, and he'll always be one of my best friends. You know, he is the man. And then this guy Phil, who is so instrumental with me, and he got me as outside sales rep for La Lina. And that's where I met John Bruno. That wasn't everything good, but I met Bruno there, you know. And but he got me in the outside sales, and he's been just a rock, and so is this guy here, George. George has been through thick and thin with me, and George was many calls and battles, and it's just, you know, it's just unbelievable. I know the music's getting ready to play, and the Oscars are just about done here, but I think this is, I'm lucky. I am. I'm lucky to do the things that I was able to do, to meet the greatest people that I've met in my life, and to have people who care so much. And it's just been a great life.
You're lucky.
It's been a great life. It's been a great life. And I've done the things I wanted to do. I've done them all. I traveled the country. I lived in California. I had the radio show. I had no business to fail, and I did everything. but I had a good business, and we kicked ass for a little bit of time. We didn't do too shabby, but I did own the company, and that's what I wanted to do. And we high lift painting, you know, we did our share. We didn't do too shabby, you know what I mean? But it's just. It's so overwhelming, and I'm going to be with you guys, and I'm going to be looking down on you, and I'm going to be telling you, you know, watch out, and be good, because I'm going to be on you, you know what I mean? I'm going to be there checking you out, and, you know, I'm going to do it like Frank, you know, I'm going to do it my way, and that's the way we're doing it, baby. We're doing it my way, and we're doing it on my terms, and this is the way it's going to be. And I love you all.